Well, my Venmo balance is $5.
The amount of homework that the teachers give you, they really think that you only are taking their class.
Open to different perspectives and different ideas and different backgrounds.
I'm sorry. Kelsey, you're not on a job?
That's a great question. I love to answer it.
So what's your least favorite thing about college?
My least favorite thing about college is probably how much time we have. That sounds weird, but I feel like when I have like more time, I spend more time procrastinating, which is not good. It's not procrastinating. But yeah, the amount of time I have now makes it seem like I have like a bunch of time to do stuff, and then I put it off. But other than that, I love college.
My least favorite thing about college is the adjustment period, learning to prioritize better and using my time better, because switching from high school to college, you have to make sure that you're accountable for your own stuff because no one's going to tell you what you need to be doing.
The only thing about UGA that kind of stinks that I've really taken notice of is that everything's up a hill. Like anytime you need to get somewhere in a crunch, everything's on top of a hill and it really takes the wind out of you.
So my least favorite part about freshman year is I have two least favorite parts. One is the amount of homework that the teachers give you. They really think that you only are taking their class, and it's like you have so many other classes, and so people would really be giving you so much homework to do on a short time period. So you have to stay up real late. I do not like that. I don't like the homework, and B, I don't like my roommate. So that's a personal thing, but my roommate and I just don't get along, and so having to share that small space with him is it's something that I do not enjoy.
My least favorite thing about college would be, one, of course, having to pay for everything by yourself. It's definitely a difference of being in high school and your parents supporting you all your life, and then you come to college and you have to pay for everything. So you gotta adult it, and I don't really like it, but I gotta do it. And then I would say another thing that I don't really like about college is taking classes that they count, but they don't really count, and your professors just suck and there's no way of getting out of it. And I would say having the least amount of tests also really sucks too, because I'm not used to that. Usually you have 10 tests in a whole semester and you only have 3, and they're worth so much, and it's either you make it or you don't.
So what's your favorite thing about college?
Freedom.
To be the freedom. In high school, my parents knew when and where I was at all times, and I just wasn't able to go do whatever I wanted. And here, yes, they can call me and all that, but I have the freedom to go wherever I want, when I want. And at UGA, I have plenty of options what I want to do.
Hands down, it's all the people I've gotten to meet, because I've made so many new friends, and I kind of just thought I'd come in and make a few new friends and keep a lot of my old ones from high school. But I've met so many new people, and I wouldn't have imagined how far and wide they would have come from. I have a really diverse friend group, and I really enjoy everyone I've gotten to meet.
My favorite thing about college is that you can do whatever you want, and unlike high school, you don't have to go to class from 8 a.m. to 4. You can take whatever classes you want at any time of the day.
My favorite part about college is definitely freedom. Like Autumn said, it's wonderful to have this unlimited freedom with limited responsibilities. Although it's a lot to take care of certain things that you probably weren't used to taking care of at home, it's still not the same thing as being a full-fledged adult, and I love it.
I like the fact that I can be in my dorm and my friends live right in the next building, and I can just go over there at 12 o'clock in the morning, which I know sounds pretty odd, but it's not in college, and just hang out with them. Or you could be up till wee hours in the morning and you're on campus, so your classes are really close in the morning. I just like how close everything is, and it's a little bit of adulting on your own, but it's the college edition. It's just different and it's nice. You get to experience how to do things on your own and get a little bit of taste of it before you actually hit the whole world. So it's cool.
So how do you make friends in college?
So I personally made all of my friends at college by joining activities. I made all my friends through the clubs that I partaked in. So I joined the rowing club, which I did not like at all, but it was something new. I wanted to try something new, and I did. And through that, I did meet some of my best friends. Some of my other friends I met through Student Government Association, SGA. And so really just joining those clubs and saying like, this is something that I really love to do. That's how I made a lot of my friends. The second semester, once I started taking some of my major courses within Brady, like my PR classes, I met a lot of friends in my cohorts. But prior to that, when I was taking like English and science, I wasn't making any friends like that. So just joining clubs, being in classes that relate to my major is how I made the most of my friends.
Making friends is, it's different in college than it was in high school. It's not about proximity or anything. No one's gonna like come to you asking to be your friend. But as long as you get involved and talk to people, it'll come naturally. Every single person at college is in the same boat. Like, no one has friends for the first 2 weeks, so it's important just to make sure that you know that everyone else is in the same situation. Just talk to people, get involved around campus, and that way it'll come organically.
You just talk to them. I met Kelsey in the dining hall. You just go up and talk to people.
You have to be open. You have to be open to whatever could come to you. I've met some really, really incredible people who I would have never thought that I would have had anything in common with. But because everyone is really trying to go through this struggle of adulting, there's a sense of empathy that we all share, so we're all able to relate and just like be friends, like me and Otto.
Going to any event that is social and involves interaction with different people, because you can meet so many people. Like, don't seclude yourself to your dorm or be like, oh, I don't really like to talk to people. So, you know, just like get yourself out there. Like, go to parties. Don't go to a lot of parties, especially if it's getting rough, but like go to parties, go to events, especially like if you go to a PWI, like we go to here at UGA, you know, go to all the Booga events, go to all the different major related events, sign up for activities, just meet and link up with people, and then branch out into your different clubs and meet other people in those clubs. So basically it's just a matter of going out your way and like connecting and meeting other people without just seeing them on a daily basis type of thing.
I think people in my hall, it was really awesome to make friends because you're always sharing the laundry room and you're sharing bathrooms. And then in the dining hall, the first few weeks, it sounds really shy and timid. I would just go sit down next to a random person that was eating and be like, are you eating by yourself? And when they said yes, I'd be like, can I sit here? And then we'd like start talking and we'd end up figuring out like we knew this same person and we were in this same club. So it was really easy like to meet people.
So basically in college, you just need to be open to meeting new people. However, you don't have to go make friends in college. It naturally happens. Just the people around, you'll naturally click with people and you'll naturally make friendships. And if you live in a high-rise, you're forced to meet a lot of people. You're forced to be social, which is a great thing about living in a high-rise. You're going to make a lot of friends naturally, and you won't even have to try.
Which high-rise you live in?
I live in Brumby.
So tell me about the difference between your high school friends and your college friends. Do you believe you have a stronger bond with your college friends? Do you find that balance between having high school friends and college friends? Or have you dropped your high school friends altogether?
So I definitely am still friends with my friends from high school. I talk to them pretty much every day, and so we're still close. But my friends here, I definitely think I'm really close with them because they're here through everything. You don't have to report anything back to them. They're here through every story, every experience, and you guys just kind of grow together.
That was definitely something, well, since I came from out of state, I realized fast who my true friends were because they would still like reach out to me. I realized I had a lot of fake friends in high school because they were like, oh my god, I miss you, like can't wait to like, you know, like see where you go. Haven't talked to me since. So like when I go home and they hit me up, I'm like, no. So I do have my best friends from back home. I still talk to them. I probably have like a handful of best friends, and plus it's like hard to leave them because like you've had those friends for like all your life. You can't just like leave them. So but I've met best friends here, and like it's just good to know people from all over.
Well, I don't want to say that high school friends are fake. So instead I'll say that college friends are more genuine. Yeah, I feel like I'm not as close. Well, I'm pretty close to my friends from back home, my really good friends. A lot of them definitely did like die off, for better or for worse. But it's just a matter of reaching out to people. If you want to stay close with your friends from back home or that are at different universities, just like reaching out, saying, hey, keeping a snap streak is a good way. But you're going to be spending a lot more time with your college friends that may be like hard to come to terms with. but that's just the reality of it, and that's not a bad thing at all. You may find that your college friends are like a lot more genuine and accepting, like I did in my case. But yeah, to balance it, you're going to be spending a lot more time with your college friends, but just reaching out and saying hey to like your old high school friends is not weird or awkward or anything.
High school friends, I'll lead with saying don't be afraid to cut off high school friends. Like, it's important to stay in contact, but at the same time, like, prioritize, like, you know, healthy relationships. Like, especially coming to college, I think you can find a lot more organic, healthy relationships. So I would say don't be too stressed with, like, prioritizing high school friends. With that being said, though, high school friends are a great way to make sure that the transition's a little easier. If you know people from your high school that are coming to the same college as you, that can be a great way to just make sure you don't get overwhelmed with the situation once you have to make that transition. So there's definitely a balance, but I would say don't be afraid to move on and make new friends.
Well, it's kind of interesting. In college, a lot of people have their friends here, and it's not really a competition of who's your best friend. Like, you can have a best friend here and a best friend at home. And a lot of people here at UGA will say, I'm going to go spend the night at Georgia State because I have a best friend down there from high school. Or I'm going to go spend the night at Georgia Southern. So, you know, a lot of people have friends at other schools. Me personally, I have recently moved to Georgia a few years ago, so I really didn't make best friends in high school. But I have like a lot of acquaintances from high school that I still talk to and I'm still in contact with. And I'm definitely closer with the friends that I've made here at UGA in 5 months than I was with the friends in high school I had in 2 years.
So tell me about your bank account. Has it been a positive experience, negative experience? Are you flat out broke right now, or do you actually save money this year?
Okay, so I am not a saver at all. I definitely have a spending problem, so it's been kind of a struggle to know that I can't just spend money all the time because my dad's not here and I can't just say, Dad, I need $20 or whatever. But my mom has sent me money. They send me money often, so I'm not struggling too bad, but I do have to be conscious about not buying food every single day.
Data, you know, but my bank account is struggling. I didn't work my first year. I'm definitely gonna work my second year because I learned my lesson. Getting a job is not bad as long as you can handle it your first year. But yeah, I find it a little difficult. I find myself texting my mom, hey, can I have a couple bucks to get some food or something like that, which she's usually not opposed to, but this past like few months, like she's been cutting me off because I've been asking a little bit too much. But yeah, I mean, those first couple months, you're gonna think you're balling, but in reality, it's gonna slowly drain. But yeah, I recommend like you save that up and get a job. If not your first semester and you enjoy that, definitely your second semester. But yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, my Venmo balance is $5, so there's that. Honestly though, like, my dad puts some money in my bank account, but like quite a few times he'd say, you can just stop spending money. But also today I found out that my Paw Points balance is 5 cents. So that's how we're going right now. We're struggling.
Okay. I am not doing that well money-wise. Having a job your freshman year is kind of a pain, especially if you're living on campus and you don't have a car. So I have not been working, so I do not have any money. But also, it's taught me a lot about like just prioritizing and budgeting and stuff like that. So I wouldn't worry that much because like even though the trope of like broke college kid is definitely true. There's ways to work around it, and it won't actually be that big of like an impact on your experience.
So my bank account, LOL. Do I even have one of those? Let's be for real. When I got to college, I didn't have a job. I worked every summer since my freshman year of high school, so I've been hustling. So I have a paycheck. Okay. When you get to college and all your friends be like, hey, let's go out to this restaurant in Athens. Let's go out to this movie. Let's go buy these clothes. And you're like, yeah, let's do it because you're a freshman and you don't realize that like that stuff is expensive, and like you don't have meals prepared for you all the time. So right now my bank account is, but I got a job this summer, so we're gonna get those funds back in shape. Gonna get them back in shape. So get a job and spend wisely.
I think I've definitely spent more money than I thought I would, and one thing that's really helped me is learning just to say the word no to people, because at first you just want to say, yes, I'll go here, yes, I'll go out to eat with you, but then you run out of money really quickly. So I think what I've realized is you can go out to eat with somebody and go hang out with somebody and just order like a water or like a quick appetizer and share. That way you're getting to spend time with people and experience the restaurant, but you're not spending like your entire savings on food and going out with people. And there's so many fun things to do in Athens that are free. So I think if you just figure out some of those things and do those with your friends, then it'll be so much better for you in the long run, because you won't have to call your parents every 5 days and be like, oh, I ran out of money again.
All I'm gonna say is you don't have to be broke unless you want to be broke.
Ooh.
That stereotype of like being broke, like you don't have to be broke. Just like be responsible and get a job. Like you don't have to be broke.
Be responsible. Like learn how to budget your money, because it goes quickly. I think that Autumn and I are both pretty good about money, honestly. Autumn is like super hardworking. She has a job at the bookstore right now, and she's gonna have a job like next semester, and she's great. And she's honestly like been an inspiration for me to stay on track. You spend money when you buy food and when you buy clothes. So stay off of shopping online, and y'all get away from the restaurants downtown and go to the dining hall. Okay?